What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the fight room. We are live for Vergil Ortiz Jr. versus Erickson Lubin. And I'm very excited for it. Erickson Lubin's not someone I've watched a whole lot. Vergil Ortiz Jr., I've watched him a couple of times now. Probably watched him 3 times. So I was always going to watch this anyway, because you've got to study, you've got to learn more. And I thought, why not go live while we're doing it? First comment of the stream from Seesaw334. It says, good evening, gents. Good evening to you, Seesaw. 202 Ultra, we are live. We are indeed live. I want to I need to get my scorecard right for the next fight. That's a good position, isn't it? Still got the Parker Wardley scores up there. We live, bro, says Seesaw. Indeed, mate. I need to actually sort my clock out as well from the last stream. That's ready. I need to... what's the first thing I need to do? I need to find out who's fighting next. I don't think I've watched many of the undercard fights, so I'm quite interested to have a look and see if there's any talent. And, by the way, I'm not sponsored by anyone right now, but if I was going to be sponsored by someone, it would be Coco Bella. This drink is banging. They do these unreal drinks, and this one is a chocolate coconut water, and it's obscene. It's so delicious. And I don't drink milk anymore, but if I did drink milk, I'm pretty sure this is exactly what it tasted like. I can't remember though, it's been a while. Get a genius, big up, mate. I'm good, how are you? That is good. That is very good. Big up, JM. Good evening. Good afternoon for me. How are we, people? Yeah, so I was going to find out who's next up. So we just had Joshua Edwards against Zeno Vuris. So now we've got Amari Jones versus Shady Gamour. How many rounds is that? It does not say. Just getting my scorecard ready for the next fight. People, we might as well score it, you know? Why not? Usman Ali says, so happy to see you're alive, fella. Oh, you're live. I thought you said alive. I was like, mate, why are you happy to see I'm alive? I'm chilling. I thought maybe you meant because of the abuse I got for putting music in my last video. No, that was fine. I was surprised at how visceral the reaction was from people, but I understand people have their likes and people don't like new things always. And then when you also get the sound levels wrong, it's not a good mix. So yeah, I will debate carefully before including music next time. Is Gamour also from America? I feel like I recognize the name Gamour. Have I seen Gamour fight before? Shady Gamour, 14-2. What a name. Oh, it's Gamour. Cool. So we got that up next. Seesaw says they used to really rate Lubin. Gain Muscle says, glad they ended that Vuris fight. Dude was just a punching bag. Yeah, I heard the commentators, I had my headphones in while I was getting ready. I heard the commentators complaining about the stoppage because it was on a cut or something, and the cut wasn't that bad, but maybe it was an excuse to get him out of there if he was that bad. JM says, all good over here, just playing a bit of chess and watching it live. What is the lineup for matches today? Love it, mate. What a combo. A real mental workout. The chess, I mean, not the stream. Well, I don't know. So it was supposed to be... What was the fight that got pulled from this card again? The young lad. I keep forgetting his bloody name. He was meant to fight Shakur Stevenson. Can't remember. He keeps getting injured, though, and sick and whatnot. Anyway, he was on the card. I'm sure one of you in the chat will remind me in a minute. And now we're left with a card that is a bit light. I don't know Amari Jones, Shady Gamour. Darius, Fulgum, and David Stevens. And then the main event is Vergil Ortiz Jr. against Erickson Lubin, which is the one I'm obviously really here for. But it's always good to watch more fights and learn more about different fighters. So I don't mind starting a bit early and seeing what's going on. Floyd Schofield, exactly. But I mean, you know, I say, why would I forget his name? But then why would I remember his name? Because he ain't done anything yet, but he's definitely one to watch. But while we're waiting for the next fight, guys, we can talk about whatever you want. So if people want to talk about 54, if people want to talk about Eubank Ben, whatever you like, get your thoughts in the chat and I'll get to them as we go. Have set up a stream goal today. We managed to hit the goal, exceed the goal in the last stream, actually. And someone did sort of say, you know, Henry, you've got to be careful about putting goals on your stream. You've got to be careful it's not exploitative. And I take that very seriously. You know, I think that I always say, and I will always caveat when I say, only give money that you have to give. I do not want people spending money on me they cannot afford. So do not send me money if you cannot afford to send me money. But if you do have money and you want to, you know, show support, help me hit my goals for the stream and help to support the channel, then absolutely donations are very welcome. And it really helps me keep going with this because obviously it's a grind. But I don't expect anyone to donate. You're not any less welcome here if you don't donate. But of course, I'm going to ask for it. I'll just say that. Biz is asking who I've got in the main event. Well, I haven't studied it at all. And I haven't really watched Erickson Lubin. The obvious thing is to say, you know, based on the records, you look at Vergil Ortiz and you go, he's undefeated, whereas Lubin has lost. However, I think Vergil Ortiz lost to Bohachuk. So 54 is one of those divisions where the wrong matchup, even if they appear worse than you on paper, might screw you over because it's such a deep division. But that doesn't mean to say that Lubin can do that. I don't have a clue what Lubin can do. So, 202. Thank you very much for the super. Shut up and take my money, Henry. I mean, if you want me to shut up, that might be a slight issue for the rest of the stream. But I'll accept the super chat, 202. I really appreciate it, mate. 202, one of the admins in the Discord server. Vamsy says, I am the GOAT. The GOAT of what, mate? Talking absolute rubbish. No, it's very kind of you. But I think we've got a long way to go until I say I'm the greatest of all time at absolutely anything. Maybe just waffling and just like winging my way through life. Seesaw says, Cletus Selden fights in December on Christmas Day. That's a name I've not heard in years. I liked him, but I believe he failed a ped test. I do not know who that is. Let me have a Google. Cletus Selden. Yeah, I don't know. 30 fights. He's 39 years old. Who's he fought? 29 wins, 23 KOs is a good knockout ratio for that weight. Is he 41 good? Zab Judah, TKO in 2019. Old Zab, but still. That's pretty much the only big name I can see. Yeah, I've not heard of him, but I'll be keen to check him out. Well, I mean, 39, he probably won't do much, but yeah, still. Who knows? JM says, can we talk about the Eubank, Haney, and Yard fight, please? Also, I'm glad the Tank Pull Circus is cancelled. I think they did the right thing cancelling that. I really do. I really think they did the right thing cancelling that. You know, too many a time we've seen events go ahead in boxing when something bad has happened, be it some kind of, you know, misbehavior, legal proceeding, something like that, failed ped test. I think they could easily have continued with the fight, but they didn't. So fair play to them. However, they are trying to be big in women's boxing, and it directly undermines that goal, doesn't it? So you can't do it. We can talk about that. One thing I'll just quickly say is Vamsy's asked me for my prediction. I'm not predicting this fight, guys, because I haven't studied Lubin, and I never make predictions unless I've done my studies. I can tell you on paper, it looks like that Ortiz Jr. should win, but that is without me really looking hard and studying it. So, yeah, I'm not going to tell you who to choose in that situation. Definitely not. But I'm intrigued. So Amari Jones is up next. I actually don't know a lot about him. He's got a cool name. Amari is a cool name. 23-year-old. What weight is he? He's 6 foot, orthodox fighter, middleweight division. 12 KOs and 14 wins. I'm definitely excited to watch this. Roy Jones Jr. is trading Shady Gamour, which is interesting. This is a 10-rounder, not a 12-rounder. All right. Yeah, so on... What do you want to talk about with... We can talk about Eubank, Haney, Yard. Yeah, we can talk about all that. So just fire questions at me and I'll field them as they come. I need to study Haney and Norman if I get time. I'll definitely do something for Yard Benavidez in terms of analysis. Should be a really fun fight, that. That's Gamour, apparently, not Gamora. Why was I saying Gamora? Probably heard it in something. Didn't Vergil Ortiz fight recently against Makhmudov? No, that was that was Madrimov, not Makhmudov. I think he might be a bit small for Makhmudov. He may not be the favorite tonight, but Lubin nearly stopped Fundora. In the fight, he eventually lost by corner stoppage, and he has an amateur record of 140 something and 7. Excuse me. Well, yeah, I'm intrigued to watch him. I don't think I've watched Lubin before. I think I've probably seen highlights at some point, but there's so many damn fighters all over the world. It's really hard. You do just miss guys sometimes, and also, as you guys know, I didn't watch a whole lot of boxing for a year or two before I came back. I was watching it loads 10 years ago. Then I had a couple of year break, and then I brought the channel back, and I've kind of been relearning in that time. So there's guys I've just not watched. I don't remember if I watched the Fundora stoppage or not. Maybe I should watch the highlights quickly. I'll wait till this fight's over, then I'll have a look at the highlights. Two says, Lubin lost against Fundora, but actually nearly knocked him out. He mainly lost that fight due to a fractured nose that blew up in his face. He did lose soundly to Charlo, though, who sparked him, I think. Yeah, he was stopped by Charlo. I saw that, but I haven't watched the highlights back. Yeah, I think Ortiz will fancy himself because he's a tough nut to crack, Ortiz. You know, I'm not as high on Vergil Ortiz as everybody else. That's why I'm so interested to watch him tonight, because I've seen him struggle against certain styles. I think everybody looks bad against Madrimov, but there were so many times he was right in front of Madrimov and didn't do anything. I'm still not sold on Vergil Ortiz Jr. I'm really not. So I'm interested to see what he looks like tonight. What chance are you giving Yard? I really want him to win, but I fear that he will gas out down the straight and get drowned by the Mexican monster. I think that Benavidez, and this is just my very top-line thoughts about studying it technically or any of that stuff, I'm pretty sure that Benavidez is going to have too much stamina for him. We've seen Yard have stamina issues before, but I think Yard can make it an absolute war for a few rounds if he wants to, because we know Benavidez will come forward. And because his head movement's so good, Benavidez this is, I don't think it's necessarily a huge problem that Yard doesn't jab loads, but I just think Yard needs to make sure he really commits to the body. He's got to freaking crack him. He's got to go for him, I think. But I need to study it properly. I've always found Anthony Yard a hard fighter to read. Ah, Josh Pyfield in the chat. I hope you're well, mate. I hear you've been busy filming rankings videos, heavyweight rankings videos. So I'm interested to hear that when that comes out. And yeah, I've got a special long-term project video I'm working on that don't know if Josh knows it yet, but he will be directly contributing to with another guy from the Discord server, Kevin. So you've all got that to look forward to. It's going to be a really interesting piece. But Josh is giving Yard a puncher's chance. Benavidez is too good for Yard. Yeah. Benavidez is a very good fighter. I don't think he's got the power he had in the lower weight divisions. That's an obvious thing to say. But I still think he has the technique and work rate to give a lot of guys problems. The fight I want to see is him versus Bivol or Beterbiev, because it's a Beterbiev, I should say, because it's just a more interesting thing. Right, let me get my clock ready, because this is about to start. Very excited to get eyes on this Amari Jones. And we're underway in round one. Samuels says he's still new to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well. It's very nice of you, mate, and you're very welcome here. Good to have you. So Jones and Gamour in the middle of the ring. Jones jabs the gloves. Nothing landed so far. He lands a body jab. Jones looks really long. Right hand to the body lands for Jones. Gamour looks a little unbalanced. Gamour throws a right hand, which is blocked by Jones. Jones has got quite a wide stance, actually. He is... Yeah, I do... Double jab from Gamour. Jones tips under it. Yeah, Jones has got a really wide stance, which I always find quite interesting. Yeah, I'll pin your comment in a sec, 202. Right hand. Oh, nice. That's a nice combo from Jones. Steps in with the right hand to the body, lands a left hook upstairs. Oh, nice reverse 1-2 there from Jones as he steps through with the right hand and then pushes through with the lead hand to land. It was good. He's a southpaw as well, Jones, for those of you that haven't watched him. Or can't see right now. Oh, I think he switches. Okay, so Jones is switching a little bit. He started in southpaw. I mean, it makes sense. Oh, there's a nice jab to the body there from Jones. It does make sense to, and another. It does make sense to be in southpaw like that when, you know, you can jab over the lead of the shorter man like that. It must be a nightmare. I definitely think there's advantages to being southpaw, especially when you're the longer guy or you have the more dominant jab. I've seen Crawford using it like that many times. He looks a bit slow, Jones. I will say that. He's quite sort of... He doesn't look super twitchy. He looks relatively skillful. Nice jab. He looks like... He's interesting. Yeah, mate. Amari Jones is supposed to be a prospect. He's in his early 20s. Excuse me. He is 23, 6 foot tall, has a record of 15-0 with 12 KOs. 14-0, sorry. A nice lead hook there from Jones. Gamour's moving quite a lot as well, so if Jones does manage to get him out of there, it'll be nice because Gamour's not... He's engaging a bit, but yeah. Cecil, that's a very good comment. He is pushing his jab, not snapping it out. But I think... I just wonder if that's just kind of how his body works, because he looks quite long. Yeah, he's interesting. He reminds me a little bit of Caleb Plant to watch so far. A little bit. Interesting. Very interesting. So damn good. Oh, yeah, but round one... Oh, it's Vergil Hunter in his corner. Okay. Round 2 coming up. Round 2 is underway. 1-2 misses from Gamour. Jones just takes a half step back, then he lands a double jab to the body. Right hand from Gamour misses. Jones with a double jab. He's sort of taken a really low level and then double jab moving forwards. Jab upstairs, jab down low from Jones. It's a good comment from 202 asking about how good of a coach is Roy Jones Jr. I don't think it's a controversial take, mate. He's not really had many big winners or wins. I think he would need someone. This is not fair to say, but it appears to me because he tries to teach the style that he used. Or nice jab lands from there from Jones. It would appear to me he needs someone who is his physical equal, which could very well never happen in his lifetime because he was such a freak, to be able to implement the style that he used. And I say that because of the way he made Eubank Jr. sort of fight the way he did, low hands and all that. I did think that ruined Eubank Jr.'s style a little bit. Yeah, there you go, Josh. That's just what I was saying. Just what I was saying. I think a good coach will try and, oh, nice right hook from Jones on the inside lands. Yeah, if a good coach will try to bring out the strengths of his fighter, try to train him in a way that will allow him to use his own abilities, and that's a good coach. And yeah, it's one of them. Back of the head a bit there from Gamour, apparently. Oh, big right hand lands there or did Gamour just dip slightly under it? There you go, Josh. We're on the same wavelength, mate. Oh, lead hook again there lands for Jones. That was good. It's weird, though, with Jones. I'm trying to explain. Oh, nice slip inside. He just misses the uppercut. I feel like there's a nice feint there from Jones. I feel like he's not. Yeah, I'm not sure how to explain Jones' style right now. I'm trying to think about how I want to articulate it, but there's something very unathletic about it, which sounds ridiculous because he is clearly athletic, but nice body hook. Lands for Jones. And he's not really getting hit at all, Jones, either. Right hand lands, but there's something quite... I think he's quite slow. Maybe it's his body mechanics don't look quite right to me, but he is defensively nice. Body jab lands for Jones. Gamour steps in but misses. Jones shoulder rolls a right hook from Gamour. Oh, little right hand lander for Gamour on the inside there, but that is another round for Jones for me. Yeah, that's a good way of describing it. Labored, cumbersome. He just doesn't... He lacks snap. He lacks snap. But it might be one of those guys where they just don't look super fast, but everything about them is tricky and awkward. And yeah, he does remind me of Caleb Plant a little bit. I think that's a decent shout. All right, here we go. Round 3 coming up. Round 3 is underway. Right into the body lands for Gamour. Jab lands for Jones to the body. I feel like Jones looks too relaxed almost as well. Lacking, yeah. It's unfair to say lacking sharpness because he isn't really getting hit with anything, but body jab lands for Jones. So Gamour is saying that Jones is carrying a lead left hand. Nice 1-2 to the body there from Jones. But he is shoulder rolling quite nicely at the minute. I don't think he needs a high left hand, really, against this guy. Right hand over the top lands for Jones. That was nice on the turn there. Left hook upstairs for lands for Jones. Then a right hook to the body. That was nice. Gamour's trying to hold on the inside, but... Oh, just misses the right hand there, Jones. Oh, nice lead hook again from Jones. That's the money shot so far, is when he leads off with the left hook. Misses the right hand and the left hook. He does look good defensively, Josh. I agree with you. He looks smart defensively. And Gamour's not terrible. Like, he's athletically maybe not the most gifted, but he is boxing okay. You're a big fan of Jones, Seesaw. I feel like maybe you've seen him before. Tried the counter right hand there, Jones, but didn't land. Nice right hand, left hook. Yeah, 202. That's a good point. I like the angles too. Jab over the lead again there from Jones lands. Backhand from Jones misses. Got him on the ropes there. Jones lands a little 2-punch combo. It's something to do with the trajectory of his right hand. I think, does his chin stick out a little bit or something? It just looks a bit awkward. There's a pull counter there. Well, that was nice. He landed a couple shots there. Gamour looks a little bit hurt. Right hand to the body as well. Nice left hook to the body there. Oh, big right hand on the chin of Gamour. And he drops him. It's a lovely right hand. And I, having commented on the technique of his right hand before, that was a nice hand. That was a nice right hand. That was good technique. He threw it a little straighter that time, I felt. Left hook to the body. That left hook to the body is what's setting it up. That's nice. Oh, right hook over the top. Another right hook over the top. Gamour looks hurt. He's bent over. And the 10-second marker goes. Oh, he's really hurt. He's knocked him down again with the right hook. It's off. Knockout win for Amari Jones. Well, I have to say, I'm quite impressed. I am. I complained about his style because I couldn't quite get the hang of it when I was watching it. But in the end, he's shown good power. He didn't get hit at all, really. And he looks like a good prospect. He really does. He's young as well. You know, I was very composed for a young guy. Have to say that. So fair play to him, and he can clearly punch as well. I don't know much about Gamour, but yeah, I like him. I do like him. Brilliant. I enjoyed that. No, that wasn't the bell, Ann Audrey. It was the 10-second marker. It was the I think it was anyway. It didn't sound like the bell to me. Josh says he's going to keep an eye on that one. As will I, Josh. As will I. This is why it's good to watch these American undercards, because I feel like the UK is lacking a bit of talent at the minute. The prospects coming through, I'm not seeing many at the minute, and I'm really excited. But I just feel like in my mind, there must be American talents that are coming through. You just got to go looking for them. Because there's too many people in America for there not to be more good talents coming through. So logically, there's always a chance you'll find a gem on these undercards. And not like he's unknown, but I hadn't watched him before. And I enjoyed that. Let's see the knockout again. Lovely right hand over the top. It's that left hook he was slinging after. It was nice because Gamour was dipping down. Yeah, that right hook around the side of the head was a nice shot. I'd like to see the first right hand he landed that got it all going as well. Oof. Yeah, it's good stoppage. Really good. Intriguing. And, you know, his last 2 wins... Actually, most of the guys he's fought have had winning records in the last few fights. The last sort of 5, 6, 7 fights. Most of them had... I think one hasn't. No, they've all had winning records, so that is encouraging. He's obviously been moved well. Is that right? 202. Yeah, that 10-second marker did sound a bit like Oh, David, I always forget that's you. I always forget that Anardri is your name on here. Sorry, mate. JM says, Haney versus Norman Jr., Benavidez versus Yard, Abdullah Mason versus Sam Nooks, Bam Rodriguez versus Martinez, all on the same card. Insane. Which one are you looking forward to the most? I am most looking forward to Benavidez Yard, which is an obvious answer because it's the main event. But I am very, very interested to watch Haney against Norman. I just fear Devin Haney will make it a painfully dull fight, but we'll see. Right, I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. I need to go and hang my laundry out while the weather's still good. I won't be long. All right. Sorry about that. I'm back, people. Yeah. In Melbourne, it's been raining solidly for a few days. So, the second you get the chance, yeah, you got to get the laundry out. Needs to do sheets. What fight's next? Next up, it's Darius Fulgum versus David Stevens. Darius Fulgum looks like an interesting character. Fulg, that's with a U. Is this a 12 rounder? That's another 10 rounder, okay. All right. All right. What are we talking about while we're waiting? Ed Ellaby, big up, mate. What's good with you, bro? Yeah, what do people think about Eubank Ben? Does anyone in the chat have Conor Ben winning? That's what I'm interested to know. Mate, this is the most UK chat ever. Stockton on Tees is underrated when it comes to food. There's a good chippy. Mate, there's nothing better than a good fish and chip shop, but I couldn't define the culinary prowess of an area by how good the fish and chips are. Do you know what I mean? Good question, 202. Do we think Ben puts on more muscle and weight for rematch or stick with similar weight to drop down easier when match is over? Josh, I think Ben will be the same size, roughly. Haha. Bro, so on this, I think Sean's live right now, actually. Everyone jumped over to his stream. He was very grateful. He loved it. He shouted me out, all that. I think he subscribed to me after, because he commented on the channel. But I DM'd him and he never replied. So, next time, I have lots of people on a stream. I'm going to send them over there again to abuse him for not writing back. No, I'm joking. But, yeah, it would have been good. I would like to collab with Sean still. Hopefully they'll reply at some point. Stockton on Tees is a culinary revelation. I'll take your word for it, mate. Whitby is good for fish and chips. I went to school in Yorkshire, so I know Whitby quite well. Got family from there. Josh, interesting. What's your rationale for Eubank by stoppage? Do you think that he will have the energy to get the stoppage? I think that's probably the biggest thing that concerns me. I really don't think that Eubank has a war with him this time. Could be wrong. Oh, interesting. Boots is in the house. He's being interviewed right now. Eddie Hearn's there as well. Vergil Ortiz has just had his wraps checked. Now that Victor Conti's passed, I wonder who's in charge of Snack, because I'm still seeing Snack everywhere. So obviously it's a company that's still going. Who is now behind Snack is the question. Eddie's definitely putting a lot of time and investment into boot tennis, isn't he? .202 says, there's always a chance Ben has gotten better discipline with taking enhancements to get that KO power he's been missing lately. Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't have been surprised if there was enhancements involved in the last fight, to be honest with you. Not that Eubank's the biggest puncher, but Ben's ability to take a shot and throw as he was taking a shot or immediately after did quite surprise me, actually. Josh Byfield says, Eubank is bigger and better than Ben, and he's looking good with Bomac. The Liam Smith rematch was a great performance, given what happened first time. Totally agree, mate. Did you watch my video, actually, where I spoke about it? I'm not sure if you're one of the ones that found it unwatchable with the music, but yeah, I go into that in quite some detail. Cecil says, I hope Eubank just totally ignores the weight and rehydration clauses and messes Ben up. I mean, whatever the outcome, I would love to just see Eubank not drained. I don't want it for safety reasons. I don't want it because I think it's just rubbish, to be honest with you. I don't want to see a fighter who's worse because they're dehydrated and medically less healthy. I just don't like that. Josh says, I didn't actually notice the music most of the vid, only the start of the vid. I like to almost analyze with you and find arguments for or against what you're saying. Yeah, very fair, mate. Yeah, I think that it was a loud minority of people who really hated the music because the numbers on the video are still really good. I can see how long people watch for and all that kind of stuff. So most people are still watching it all anyway. I definitely made the music too loud though, and I accept that. So yeah, but I also know you can definitely still hear me. So yeah. Anyway. David Dynamite Stevens coming to the ring first. 202 says, not sure Eubank Jr. will use the very good Bomac adjustments given to him. He seems like someone at this point who's going to do what he knows. Well, there is always a risk of that with him, and he did wore it out with Ben last time to much acclaim, which might encourage him to do that. But in the Liam Smith rematch with Bomac, when his career was on the line, he absolutely, he absolutely looked better. He absolutely fought better. I know that there was the Liam Smith injury was potentially a factor, but I don't know. You can never read so much into those things because Liam Smith got obliterated by what was the kid's name? I just forget names sometimes. What the hell was his name? Who was the kid that destroyed Liam Smith recently who fought against the Portuguese kid that Boots just messed up? Aaron McKenna, that was it. Yeah. Yeah, he got obliterated, so. I'll be literally 2 seconds, guys. I just gotta grab my phone charger. 1 sec. Scotty C, what up, bro? How many we got on the stream? About 50 people. It's not a big stream, but some good people in here as ever. How many likes have we had? Yeah, do bang a like on it, guys, please. I'll set up a poll as well for Ortiz for those of you that are in the know who wins. And if anyone votes for Lubin, I'd love to know why, because I don't know much about Lubin. So I'd like to keep my eyes open for the things that you see during the fight. Two says Fulgum has a wrestling background, apparently. Interesting. I've never seen either of these fighters. Is Lubin American? Where's he from? He is American. He sounds like Erickson Lubin sounds sort of Swedish or something, doesn't it? Scotty C, love from Scotland on your 40th birthday. Mate, I miss Scotland sometimes. Happy birthday, mate. Happy birthday. Happy 40th birthday in Scotland. What you got planned for it? Mate, you need to go and get a full Scottish. You need the potato scone, the lawn sausage. You need all of it, mate. Go and get it done. Nice. Cold iron brew to wash it down. Probably the original. You know the one they've got in the glass bottle, the old-fashioned brew, or whatever it's called. Unbelievable. So delicious. Scotland has unreal cuisine. People just need to wake up, mate. Josh says, I'm pretty sure I've seen Fulgum before, but I don't remember him fighting. I just remember the name. Yeah. Mate, that's the thing. I see quite a lot of boxing, obviously, and I just forget sometimes when I've seen someone because it's like an inconsequential fight. Like, I will probably forget. In 2 years' time, I will forget that I watched Fulgum if I don't see him do anything big since then. Do you know what? Haggis, Josh Byfield, haggis in a burger is unbelievable. Burger patty, haggis, cheese. Oh, just levels. Please consider donating to the stream as well, guys, if you're enjoying it. Helps to support the channel. Mate, cheers. Scotty says, just back home from a family meal, 3 a.m. I think I might need an ice cold iron brew tomorrow morning for the hangover, mate. Honestly, haggis is not ghastly. Haggis is delicious. People that don't like haggis, they're just saying it. I don't believe it. Haggis is legit good. It's because people know what it is. They think it's disgusting, but it's tasty as hell. There's nothing better than an ice cold iron brew on a hang, though. You know, they've got iron brew here in Australia. It's so weird. I don't buy it here because it feels weird, but I also kind of avoid sugar as much as possible. But yeah, they've got obviously back home they got iron brew extra now, which is great, which is the sugar-free one. You can't get that here. If I could get a sugar-free iron brew here, I'd have it all the time. I mean, they'll probably make me deceased, those sugar-free drinks, but yeah, because God knows what's in them. All right, round one coming up for Fulgum and Stevens. Oh, Fulgum, sorry, apparently it is. Fulgum is underway against Stevens. Fulgum wildly misses the jab over the top. Stevens dips under it. Nice jab there from Fulgum lands. Right hand misses from Fulgum, and Stevens lands a little counter left hook. Jab from Fulgum lands. Jab from Stevens lands. This looks already, from the first few seconds, look like it's going to be quite competitive. They are both missing, and they are both countering already. I need to watch this one carefully, because I can already see there's quite a lot going on here already. Fulgum's got the low lead. Stevens looks a little bit more disciplined with the guard. Fulgum lands a little left hook on the inside. Sorry, Stevens did, not Fulgum. Black pudding's great, Josh. Unreal. Levels. Fulgum misses the jab. And again, Stevens is right on the edge of range. And nice double jab from Stevens lands. And then a jab to the body from Stevens lands. The referee is not letting them clinch for even a second. Fulgum is jabbing, but Stevens is doing a good job of getting his head off the line. He really is. He's right in the pocket quite a bit. Nice left hook on the inside there from Stevens lands. I know Fulgum's supposedly the one with the wrestling background, but Stevens, is, for me right now, is doing the work inside. Left hook to the body from Stevens, and then a right hook to the body from Stevens. Fulgum does look unbothered by it so far. Mate, the best thing about Scotland is the potato scone. The tatty scone, as they say. Nice right hand there lands for Fulgum. Nothing better than a tatty scone, mate. Unbelievable. Or a Selkirk Bannock, mate. You ever had one of those? Left hook lands for Fulgum. Nice jab there from Stevens. Counter jab. Stevens is doing quite a lot of holding on the inside right now. Comes forward with a lead left hook that Fulgum just... Oh, nice right hand over the top from Fulgum, and then a right uppercut as the referee yelled stop. He's telling him to watch the back of the head. Nice counter right from Fulgum. It's definitely not the highest level fight. It was a close opener, to be honest with you. I felt Stevens was a bit busier early. Fulgum probably landed cleaner towards the end. I probably just edged it to Stevens, but not much in it. Fulgum's got Vergil Hunter in his corner, I think. Oh, no. Oh, no, it just sounds like Vergil Hunter. Sorry, I've just opened the screen again. I can see it's not Vergil Hunter at all. Oh, they sparred before. I didn't know that. Round 2 coming up. Round 2 underway. Double jab there from Stevens. Triple jab from Stevens. I think 1 or 2 of those got through. Jab lands again there from Stevens, and He's much smaller, Stevens, much shorter reach, but he is... Oh, nice jab there from Stevens. He is doing a good job of double jabbing his way in. Right hand to the body there from Stevens, and then a lead hand as well. Fulgum is active with the lead, but he's missing a lot of jabs. Stevens is quite awkward. He's doing a good job of moving his head, Stevens. He's reading the jab well, and he's moving his head as it's thrown. And then he's using that double jab to get in. It's quite simple, but it is working right now. Double jab from Stevens is slipped by Fulgum. Another missed jab from Fulgum, and another missed jab from Fulgum. Oh, nice hook there from Stevens as he steps in. I think it was blocked, but it was a nice idea. Oh, Stevens sort of stumbled to the rope there, and he got caught. Little right to the body. Fulgum seems to smother his own work a little bit. He needs to maintain the gap a little bit better for me. Jab from Stevens upstairs. Nice little hooks to the body there from Fulgum on the inside. Jab from Fulgum misses, and another one misses. And another one misses. Right hand there from Stevens, then a left hook to the body. Glancing blows, but they landed. The left hook to the body was nice. Oh, there's a right hand from Fulgum that lands. A straight right. Another clinch. They're trying to work on the inside, but nothing landed clean. Jab to the body from Stevens. Misses an overhand right as well. Good head movement there from Fulgum. Lead hand lands for Fulgum there. Right into the body lands for Stevens. Hooks on the body there from Fulgum. It's just the inside work where he's... Oh, jab lands though for Stevens. It's a hard round to score again. Like, nothing really clean landing. It's quite scrappy. Body jab from Stevens. I think Stevens won that round as well, you know. It's scrappy and it's horrible, but... I just think Fulgum... I could have scored it for Fulgum because there's not a lot going on, really, in terms of clean shots, but... I just felt that Fulgum was missing so many jabs. What's everyone else seeing here? Because I'm definitely second-guessing myself at the minute. Josh has seen enough of them. No one even wants to put a score in. It's that dull. The main's up next, Thomas Murphy. Oh. Round 3 underway. Bodies jabs from Stevens. Fulgum misses his jab again. Fulgum is he's, despite being longer, he is extremely inaccurate with that lead hand so far. He needs to go up and I think he needs to go down then up more. He's head hunting too much for me. Nice right hand there from Fulgum. Pivots around and it gets scrappy. Jab from Stevens. Horrible on the inside right now. This is I mean, I don't know why this happens so often. You just get the most tragic co-main event. Jab from Fulgum, half lands. Right hand, then a jab does land for Fulgum. He needs to stay in that mid-range, I think, if he can. He needs to move his feet a bit more. Jab to the guard from Stevens. Fulgum tried to counter him, but another missed jab for Fulgum. Another missed jab for Fulgum. Minute and a half to go in the round. Seesaw, you have missed absolutely F all, mate. Just really scrappy, horrible rounds. I've got no idea who's winning this round. I'd probably just edge it to Fulgum based on one right hand jab that he landed. A nice little couple of little hooks there to the body from Stevens, and he misses the right hand, and Fulgum lands a counter shot to the body. Left hook there on the inside there from Stevens. Jab from Fulgum is blocked. Another right hook to the body there from Stevens. My days, this is poor. Really just incredibly poor here. Oh, right hand there lands for Stevens on the inside. Fulgum comes back with his own shot, then Stevens replies again, and Fulgum lands another right hand upstairs. Another right hand to the body from Stevens. Right hook to the body from Fulgum. I think that's a Stevens round again. I'm just being honest. It's close, it's scrappy, but if I had to give it to someone, I think Stevens edged it. Just higher work rate, more hooks on the inside. Can't wait for Ortiz Jr., to be honest. This is really, really not good to watch. 202 says, fight is basically they both miss punches going and then they clinch, throw some small punches, get reset by the ref. Literally that, mate. A good analysis. Oh, Errol Spence Jr.'s in the house tonight. Interesting. Jamel Charlo's here as well, apparently. Round 4 is on the way. Jabs missed again from Fulgum. He looks like he should be so accurate with that lead hand, but he is missing so many jabs, Fulgum. I can barely remember him landing that lead hand. He's throwing it constantly, but it keeps missing. Stevens has got a good little movement he does with his head. Nice little right into the body there from Stevens lands. He just pulls back ever so slightly, Stevens. And one thing I will credit Stevens with is he's got good range control. Or at least he knows where the edge of range is. Another jab from Fulgum misses. Fulgum's got a jab to the body. He has to jab to the body. He needs to jab low, jab high. Or start low, finish high. He might want to consider changing the level a bit more. Like start lower himself. Oh, nice double jab there from Stevens. Right hook to the body from Stevens. And a left hook to the body from Stevens. Fulgum tried to counter in the middle, but he missed his counter. He's very inaccurate, Fulgum. He's not a sharpshooter. He holds his hands like he is, but I think he landed a little shot on the inside there, Fulgum. Jab lands finally for Fulgum. Double left hook to the body counter from Stevens, though. They keep talking about how Fulgum's this hot guy who's been spotted by guys and blah, 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 and he's 5-0, and I'm not impressed at all watching this. Fulgum misses another jab. They keep talking about how Fulgum's this big star in the making and everything, but right now he's losing the fight, so I don't know why they're not talking a little more urgently. I mean, I think he's losing anyway. Stevens landed a little couple of shots on the inside there. Jab lands for Fulgum. Fulgum misses his jab. Oh, sorry, Stevens misses his jab. Counter left from Stevens hits the chest. Fulgum pulls forward and misses. Right hook to the body in the clinch from Fulgum. Oh, counter right hook on the inside from Stevens lands. Fulgum comes back with the shots of his own, but they're on the guard. Referee's telling him not to use his elbows. Fulgum. That's another Stevens round for me. You know, they're close, they're scrappy, but he is landing, in my opinion, more clean punches. Whatever way you look at it. I can't score all that work for Fulgum that's not landing. Ghetto Genius. They're both not good. Indeed. How's the poll going? Let's have a look. 67%, 33 votes. Cecil says Stevens is good on the inside. I mean, he's better than Fulgum is, but round 5 is on the way. Double jab from Stevens. Misses the right. Fulgum lands a body jab on the back foot there, I think. Another clinch. Mannix has got Fulgum 3-1 up. Saying he was clean with the jab. I didn't see him belly land any jabs. He was missing all his jabs. Don't agree with that. Stevens lands to the chest. Oh, Fulgum lands a right hand as Stevens staggers back. I think his mouthpiece came out there, they were saying. Jab from Stevens is blocked. Fulgum misses his jab. Fulgum misses another jab. Clinch. Jab misses from Stevens. You know, guys, when this channel really blows up, I'll look back and I'll go, it was moments like this that tell me I deserve it, you know? Sitting through a fight like this, it's, I'm definitely paying my dues right now, is what I would describe watching this fight as, and trying to score this fight and call this fight for you guys. Oh, left hook from Stevens on the inside and a right hand. Jab from Stevens lands. Fulgum misses 2 hooks, then Fulgum lands, Stevens lands to the body. Really scrappy, but I still think Stevens is winning this round as well. Oh, nice right hand there, lands for Fulgum though. That was a good shot. Nice clean straight right from Fulgum. Double jab from Stevens. Another jab from Fulgum that misses. Nice left hook to the body from Fulgum. I'd score that round for Fulgum because of the two right hands that he landed, but Stevens still landed a lot of scoring shots that round. It was literally just, there was a couple of clean right hands I saw from Fulgum that made me inclined to give him round 5, but yeah. Terrible. Not good to watch. 202. We have to sit through a fight like this to truly appreciate how good Ortiz Jr. versus Lubin will be. That is the hope, my friend. Round 6 coming up. Round 6 is underway. Jabs from Fulgum. I think the first one landed. Another jab from Fulgum that lands on the turn. Referees just warned them both for holding on the inside. Double jab from Stevens lands. Jab for Fulgum, little cuffing jab sort of lands. Working on the inside, left hook for Fulgum lands on the inside. Jab from Stevens on the inside. Misses his follow-up jab. Right to the body from... Oh, nice jab lands for Fulgum there. I think Stevens' feet have maybe just slowed ever so slightly this round, and Fulgum does seem to be landing his jab a bit more now. Jab from Stevens lands as he steps forward. Left hook from Stevens on the inside. Jab from Fulgum misses. Right hand half lands from Fulgum. Jab from Fulgum. Right to the body from Stevens. That was good. Jab from Fulgum to the guard. Oh, nice jab there lands for Fulgum. Stevens sort of falls in, ends up in a headlock. Right hook to the body from Fulgum there. Oh, right hook on the inside from Fulgum, and Stevens lands his own right hook. Mr. Grandy, big up, mate. Good to see you here. Hope you're doing well. One of the OGs of this channel. Oh, little shot on the inside there. Lands for Stevens. Double left hook to the body there. Lands for Stevens. Jab from Stevens lands, then a little right hook. Jab, double jab there from Fulgum lands. Jab for Fulgum lands. Oh, this is horrible. Horrible. I don't know who won that round. I really don't. So I'm going to give it a draw, which is a cop-out. But I don't know who won that round, so... I've just watched it and come away with no particularly strong feelings either way, so... Big up, Grandy! Oh, I love that. 202 says, Lubin wearing a master outfit. Ortiz Jr. has the bull in his trunks. It's like they're coordinated, indeed. Do you know what, guys? This is killing me. And I was so excited to watch Ortiz Lubin, but now I'm like, could just go and get a Sunday roast. Do you know what I mean? The local pub might be doing some beef. Round 7 coming up. Underway. Left hook for Stevens is blocked. He lands the follow-up jab. Gamour is doing my head in comms. He just keeps banging on about how he knows that Stevens is good, and he told you all Stevens was good. I don't know if people are listening to him, but he's literally loving himself right now. It's like, mate, calm down. Just call the fight. We don't need to hear about how you called that Stevens would be a decent fighter for him. Body shots from Fulgum. Right hook, right uppercut from Fulgum lands. That was good. Oh, another right uppercut from Fulgum. These uppercuts are working for him now. He suddenly seems to have worked out that if he chucks an uppercut on a guy that leans forward, you might land it. So yeah, that adjustment is key. Hooks from Stevens to the guard. Another jab from Fulgum there. Lands. This is Fulgum's best work of the fight so far in this little sort of 30-second period. Exactly, Grandy. Fulgum has been smothering his work, indeed. Another uppercut on the inside there from Fulgum. Didn't land this time, but he's clearly looking for that shot now. And Stevens needs to use that to his advantage. He knows that Fulgum's going to look for the uppercut, so try and bait it. Fulgum's just received an official warning for holding, I think? Something on the inside. Jab for Stevens. Jab for Fulgum. Right hook to the body for Stevens. Right hook on the inside for Stevens. Hooks on the inside from Stevens landing. It's good. Short work on the inside. Jab from Stevens lands. Jab over the top from Fulgum. Right uppercut to the body after the referee called break. Or stop, I should say. Double jab from Stevens lands. Right hand over the top from Stevens. Half lands. All right, he's warned them both for holding now, like official warnings. He's saying he's going to take points, so. Who do I think is the best at baiting attacks? Terence Crawford. He knows exactly what he's doing. Right uppercut from Fulgum on the inside. Couple little hooks from Stevens. Another little right hand over the top. Half lands for Fulgum. I'm going to get that round to Fulgum for the cleaner work early, but it was another scrappy round that Stevens did land some shots in. I bet we're going to see some really, really wild scorecards after this one, and I will not be surprised to see them at all. Round 8's underway. Jab from Fulgum, half lands. Jab to the chest from Stevens. Jab upstairs from Stevens. Fulgum misses the lead hook. Oh my god, the commentary is absolutely killing me. The worst chat. Like, I just can't. Right hook to the body from Stevens there. Fulgum tries a counter left. It just missed. Right hook to the body there from Stevens. Grandy says Fulgum doesn't seem to have an extra gear. He fights at one pace. And I'd say that's true for both of them, Grandy. There's no variation of pace. Hooks on the inside there for Stevens. A little round over the top lands for Fulgum. Minute and a half to go in the round. Jab from Fulgum. Jab from Stevens. Sort of both working the clinch here. Fulgum's ended up using his forearm. They're both trying to work on the inside, but a lot of clinching. All left hook on the inside for Fulgum lands. Left to, oh, few hooks there for Stevens land, and Fulgum looked a bit hurt by that, but then he comes back with the right hand himself. Sort of got a bit indisciplined there. Oh, another right hook from Stevens lands. Another right hook on the inside for Fulgum. Left hook from Fulgum. Hooks from Stevens on the inside there. Jab from Stevens lands. I think this is another Stevens round. Unless something crazy happens in the last few seconds here. Right to the body there from Fulgum. My clock's slightly off, by the way. Another clinch. Yeah, I'm going to say that's another round for Stevens, I think. Two rounds to go. Can't say it's the best fight I've watched. Oh, my stream's just dipped. 1 second, guys. And round 9, we're at 2:20 in round. Oh, round 9? Yeah, my stream's gone. Oh, yeah, no, that's right. It is round 9. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my clock's about 10 seconds off, but it's, yeah. Thank you, JM. I appreciate it, mate. I've missed the first minute of this round, so hopefully I haven't missed anything too significant, so I'll score what I'm seeing anyway. Right hook for Fulgum there. Another left hook on the inside for Fulgum. Another right uppercut there from Fulgum lands. Left hook from Stevens. Left uppercut from Fulgum. Half lands. Crowd's booing. Last warning for Stevens for holding. He needs to not do that. Because he could win this fight right now. Hooks to the body from Stevens. More hooks to the body from Stevens. Fulgum pushes his head down. Oh, right hand lands there for Fulgum, but there's so much grappling. I can't quite understand what the issue is because neither of them are really holding, but they're so close. And oh, right uppercut there from Stevens on the inside. It's to be honest, I blame Stevens in a way because he's forcing forward, but I also blame Fulgum because he's not using his feet to create the space as Stevens drives forward. Sorry, it's difficult though. It's difficult when someone's literally just up on your chest and just walking forwards and not doing anything else. I don't know who won that round. It was so boring. I didn't see any real clean punches land, so I'm going to give it a draw. Horrible, horrible round. So on my card, Stevens has won the fight if he can get through the next one in good fashion. You can lose it, but you just can't get knocked down or knocked out or whatever. Please bang a like on the stream, guys. Consider donating to the stream as well if you fancy it. Super chats are always welcome if you can afford it. Sorry, round 10 is underway, guys. Sorry, I was just messing with my clock. Who do I have in Haney versus Norman Jr.? I need to study it, mate. I've not studied it at all. I've barely watched Norman Jr. Jab lands for Fulgum. Right hand lands for Fulgum. Yeah, I haven't studied it at all. Hooks to the body there from Stevens. Yeah, you know, I think there'll definitely be a bit of a movement to vote for Norman Jr. or support Norman Jr. because Haney fights. Oh, nice jab lands for Fulgum. Haney fights in such dull fashion, but and I think people have seen that one punch from Norman Jr. and thought, oh, it'll be too much for Haney, but I have no idea if you can even set the shots up on Haney. I really need to go and study it. But the way that Haney boxed against what's his name? Jose Ramirez was horrible. My prediction so far with what, mate? Jab for Fulgum, misses the right hand. Left hook, just misses. This is just awful, awful boxing. Very, very scrappy. Very, very close. Fulgum's done a terrible job of moving his feet to stop Stevens from being on his chest the entire time. Stevens is not creating space for himself on the inside either, though. Yeah, it's tough. Jab to the body from Stevens lands. That hooks from Stevens on the inside there. You know, the problem with a fight like this is you've barely got anyone watching already. They're just here for Ortiz Lubin. And you put a fight like this on, which is just... It just turns people off the sport. It's just not necessary. It's just so pointless. This is not fun for anyone to watch. You could be the biggest boxing hardcore ever, and this is still trash, you know? Shocking. Dreadful fight. Crowd's booing. I'm going to give the last round to Stevens. And that's that. Who did you guys thought won? No, you didn't miss anything, mate. It was the same stuff. Yeah, terrible. It wasn't supposed to be the co-main, but it ended up being the co-main. Terrible, terrible fight. Let's get the announcement for this one out the way. Get Ortiz Jr. in the ring, and let's enjoy the main event. Seesaw says Stevens. I'll have to go and grab a jumper in a minute. I'm bloody starting to get cold. It's annoying because it's warm outside, but this room is cold. Silver Ramos says, Henry, you enjoying a nice beer or anything during these fights? No, I'm not. I had a chocolate coconut water, which is, you know, I'm basically a kid drinking that. But I don't know, man. Like, I love a pint, but I kind of try and save it these days because the older you get, the less your body handles it well. And if I'm going to have a pint, I kind of want it to be like a thing, you know? I reserve my drinking for the right moments. Here come the scorecards. This will be interesting. $96, $94 for Fulgum. $95.95. It's a majority draw. No surprise, it was horrible. Horrible. Yep. And Sergio Mora is bigging himself up, saying this is exactly how it was going to go. Well done, mate. And then the co-commentator said, well, nothing to gloat about over that. Indeed, mate. Indeed, David. No one deserved to win that. Yeah, I can agree with that. I did think that Stevens won, but it was so bad. I mean, like you say, who cares in that situation? Right, let's get this cleared and let's get the scorecard ready for Ortiz versus Lubin, because that will be, hopefully, be a good fight. Right, I'm going to grab a jumper. Get any questions you want answered in the chat, guys. Any supers or anything like that, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes, so I'll get to them then. All right, I'm back. Oh, mods, you got a bit of work to do for once. Yeah, we can do that. Predictions for Norman versus Haney. What do people reckon? They need to run it back. Oh, I thought you said no. Game muscle. I was about to lose it. I thought you said need to run it back. No need to run it back was what you said. Please bang a like on the stream, guys, if you would. Consider joining the Discord. I'm going to end the poll in a minute for Ortiz Lubin. Pinned comment has the Discord server in it if any of you want to keep chatting boxing off the streams. I would well, main event's coming up next, guys. I would love to get closer to the stream goal for donations if anyone would like to donate to the growth and future of this channel. Then I'd love that. If not, no worries. But the main event coming up next anyway. So let's see how we go. Oh, dear. I have not studied Benavidez' yard yet, Keith. That's a job for next week. It's just so hard having, back-to-back weeks where there's big fights. Eubank Ben into that because I like to sit with the one fight for a couple of weeks and just only think about that before I predict. But I think I'm probably going to have to disrupt that flow a little bit because you need time watching these fighters. And honestly, with Eubank Ben as well, I think, to be fair, I've kind of watched enough tactically to know where I'm feeling in that sense. It's really going to come down to the physical circumstances of the fight now for me, which isn't rocket science, really, when we already saw Eubank win the first fight. It's not exactly a genius call to say that Eubank should win the rematch as well. Do you know what I mean? But, yeah. I mean, oftentimes it depends on the context of the first fight win, though. But, Eubank clearly won the first fight for me. It wasn't... On the scorecards, it wasn't close. It was just close in terms of the excitement of the action in the ring. All right. Oscar De La Hoya on the mic with Chris Mannix. Well, we're just waiting for this one. Oh, hang on. I need to sort my clock out. But we're just waiting for this one to come along. Just listening to Oscar De La Hoya peddling his little narratives about Ryan Garcia. It's interesting that Ryan Garcia is still with Golden Boy as well after all the chat, all the back and forth between them. Granny says, Eubank won 9 rounds to 3. The first fight was not close. There was a difference between close and competitive. Conor had his moments here and there, but for the most part, he wasn't as consistent, and that is a very, very good summary of the fight, Mr. Grandy. Totally agree with you. See, Vergil Ortiz is on the pads. Erickson Lubin's ready to walk to the ring, so which is good news because this is what we're here for. I'm going to end the poll in about 30 seconds, guys, so please get your final votes in. Had 76 of you vote. 72% of you think Vergil Ortiz Jr. will win. 28% of you thinking Lubin will win. 78 of you in the chat as well, which is lovely to see. So I'm going to call this for you blow by blow. Tell you what I'm seeing in there. And I'm hoping it's going to be exciting because right now I'm feeling a bit like bleh after that last fight. It really does take the wind out of your sails when you see a fight like that. Just energy sapping to watch it. JM says, apparently talks have started for Wardley Talma. Thoughts? I don't believe that's happened because I saw a rumor that one of the governing bodies was thinking about ordering it. It might be in the WBO. But they won't have started talks because they're both with Ben Davison. So I don't see how that's possible. I made a video about it recently, actually. Hell yeah. Thank you, 202, for the super, mate. It's a shout out to all the regulars and new folks. 100%, bro. And that brings us $2 closer to our stream goal of $100 for the stream, which might look a bit lofty at this time, guys, but if you can help us hit it, if you can afford it, I'd really appreciate it. Someone's messaged me on the Discord. What are you saying? Everyone, Henry's doing a fight stream. Thank you, 202, for posting that in the Discord. I'll end. I think the Discord gets covered, so I'll end the poll. And you can see the pinned comment there from 202 Ultra. That is the Discord server that we all talk in. So get involved, people. I've just seen 202 saying, he promised in his last fight stream that I would live stream for this. I made sure to keep pestering him about it. Mate, I was always going to do it. You know, no amount of pestering will make me do or not do something. I'll do it if it's a good idea. And this is a good idea. Because I'm excited to watch Vergil Ortiz more. Because I feel like I don't get the Vergil Ortiz hype yet. I think he's solid enough, but I've watched him so much and I just don't think he's great. I think he's decent. I think he's good. I definitely think he's world level. I just don't think he's this like elite world level fighter that some people think he is. But I'm very open to be proven wrong. My favorite football club. There is only one football club, and that is Chelsea Football Club, my friend. I'm a massive Chelsea fan. Unfortunately, living in Australia, it is impossible to watch the football because it's always on at the most ungodly hours. And I like to go to bed early these days and get up nice and early and work. And it's really hard to do this channel and have other work that I do. Like, it's a mixture of stuff that I do, but I'm a video producer, basically. I make videos. I have a couple of clients. And it's really hard to do the channel and do that. So, unsubbed. Hey. Good to see a few new people in the Discord server. We've got Riyadh055, Cyan Dan, and Smurfy. Big up everyone who has just joined. Josh, be careful what you say about Chelsea. I may start revoking privileges. So let's keep it all well, to use the words of the Eubank family, let's keep the procedure parliamentary. Yeah, man. Discord server's free. It's the pinned comment in the chat. Let me know if you can't access it for whatever reason, and I can figure out something else for you. But yeah, it's a place where we all just talk boxing. There's a good community over there that's growing. The lads are really enthusiastic. And some smart people in there that understand the sport. And for me, I'm using it as an opportunity to grow my own community, have more people I can talk with, share ideas with, and it's just great. I like it, and I'm hoping to get more stories coming out of that server because I want to incorporate that server into my videos more where I can, if it's the right thing. Erickson Lubin about to walk to the ring. He's just been announced. But yeah, I've got a video I'm making soon. It's all about rankings and trying to redefine how to rank fighters. And the Discord community, a couple of guys in particular, one of them is Josh, are playing a large part in that. So I'm very excited for that video. Also involves EV boxing. He gave me a lot of his time. Silverama, is your name on Discord Harambe died for our sins? Lubin being booed as he gets in the ring with a Mexican hat on, a Mexican sombrero. We've got 63 of you in the chat right now, just before the main event. Do consider donating to the stream, people. Try and help us reach our goal before this fight's over. Here comes Vergil Ortiz Jr. Pro-Mexican crowd, it seems, says Grandy. I would think so. They're in Texas, mate. 202 says, I don't see any reason why Boots can't take over entire 154 division. I mean, I think he'd have a hard time with Madrimov, but I rate Madrimov very highly, and I was very disappointed how he performed against Ortiz. I think Bohachuk could give Boots real issues. There's a lot of really good fighters at 154, and if you're not on it, then yeah, it's problematic. But Boots, something looks very exciting. But I just think about how much Boot struggled against Chukajan. And I do think Bohachuk could give him some issues, but Bohachuk obviously just lost his recent fight, so... By the way, anyone in the chat who thinks Lubin will win, please tell me why. I'd love to know why you think Lubin's going to take this. I don't have an opinion because I've not studied it enough. I'm just excited to watch it and score it with you. Or for you, I should say. And then you can tell me what you guys are scoring it. Seesaw's back and settle with a coffee for this one. We love that. Just in time, mate. Grandy, wasn't Madrimov confirmed to be sick when he fought Ortiz? Yes, that was the line. That was the line. I was really disappointed with Madrimov in that fight. I really thought he was going to be too good for Ortiz. And I honestly, watching it, I didn't think it was a clear win for Ortiz. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but I don't think coming forward means you're winning. And Ortiz didn't do much work in that fight either. I need to watch it back, but that was certainly what I felt at the time. David says Lubin's chin isn't great. So we'll see how that holds up. All right, Lubin's being introduced in the ring now. So almost there. Getting a nice boo from the crowd. Big up Silverama. Yeah, I saw your comment before. That's okay. I thought that it was a close fight between Crawford and Madrimov. And I thought it was a close fight between Ortiz and Madrimov. But I was probably more impressed by Crawford. But I don't have a strong opinion on that, to be honest. But you said, I'll be here, homies. I joined the Discord already. Boxing is my fave sport, and I enjoy the analysis on this channel. Well, it's always good to have people that enjoy analysis on the channel, my friend. Delighted to have you. I'll be looking for your comments in the future. God, even the introduction for Vergil Ortiz is more interesting than the last fight we had. But yeah, I am excited for them to just get on with this now. Here we go. They come together in the middle of the ring. Just make sure my clock is ready. They touched them up in the middle of the ring, and they're ready to go for round number 1. Coming up shortly. I'm on the way. There was no seconds out for some reason. My clock's like 3 seconds behind, just so you know, guys. Jab from Vergil Ortiz, blocked. Lubin misses his southpaw jab. Good body jab there from Lubin lands. Ortiz parrying all his other work upstairs so far, so those level changes with the jab will be key. I definitely think Ortiz has got a huge potential, bags of potential, I should say. You know, the way he can box forward and backwards. When he goes into that sort of flowing mode, when he moves around, drops his lead, stabs the jab. I like that, but he can also just be a come forward destroyer. So he's got many looks. And straight on the front foot in this fight. Another body jab lands for Lubin there. Jabs upstairs, Lubin through the guard. Using a bit of lateral movement, and Ortiz just cuts it off and fires a couple of hooks to the body there. Right hand that misses. Left hook to the body on the inside from Ortiz. Ortiz is looking faster, Grandy. I agree with that. He looks a bit sluggish lately. He looks quicker in this fight already. Southpaw jabs to the guard from Lubin. Not much happening here. They're just sort of moving around at the minute. Yeah, I agree with that, Grandy. Lubin is slowing down the pace of the fight. Backhand to the body from Lubin there. Lubin, he's moving nicely. Lateral movement. Ortiz isn't pushing the issue too much at the minute with the feet. Vergil landed a few nice body shots earlier on the ropes. Other than that, Lubin has sort of controlled the round with his jab. Oh, backhand through the guard there from Ortiz lands. Oh, right hand from Ortiz there. Best punch of the round so far. Counter right hand on the turn. That was nice. 30 seconds to go in the round, and I've got Vergil Ortiz slightly ahead in the round now. He's doing a good job of coming forward with that high guard, Ortiz. I'm impressed by the defense so far. Body stab there from Lubin's nice with the southpaw lead. I don't think Lubin's going to be able to stay away for 12 rounds. I really don't. Backhand to the body there from Ortiz. 10 seconds to go in the round. Ortiz fires off a combination on the ropes. Lubin pushes him away. Body jab upstairs from Lubin. He's stuck in the corner again here. I'd like to see Ortiz. Oh, nice straight right hand again and a left hook from Ortiz. Through the gloves. Definitely an Ortiz round there in the opener for me. Looked confident and already established a nice foothold in the fight. Has shown that he can get to Ortiz when he presses the fight. Lubin's trying to slow the pace down. He's doing a good job with that lead, but I don't think he's probably moving his feet quite quick enough when he's moving laterally. So, yeah. All right, round 2 coming up. Round 2's underway. Body jab from Ortiz to start the round. Body jab from Lubin lands. One, two from Ortiz misses. Lubin just pivoting away. Body jab from Lubin. Actually, it was a straight left to the body from Lubin, and then a jab to the body from Lubin after that. Hook from Lubin, lead hook. That was nice. And then a straight right from Ortiz lands. Left hook from Ortiz to the gloves. Right hand round the guard from Ortiz lands. And then a left hook to the body. He's really going from on the ropes here, Ortiz. Slips the uppercut left hook. Then he comes back with his own lead hand, which lands. Ortiz is looking good. He's looking pretty powerful, to be honest with you. Lubin's doing some work, but it's all blocked. Left hook to the body from Ortiz lands. A little uppercut from Lubin that Ortiz slips away from. He's slipping and sliding here, Ortiz, as he's got Lubin pinned on the ropes, and he's just applying the pressure. A couple of overhand rights going in there from Ortiz. Oh, nice uppercut, but then the follow-up combination hits the gloves. Right hook round the guard there. I think Lubin's hurt. Oh, he's hurt. He's out on the ropes. The referee's jumped in and saved him. He was knocked out with a right hook. Damn. Yeah, well, that's it. The fight's been stopped. The chin of Lubin did not hold up. It was probably the first significant shot that was landed that he didn't see coming. And he's completely taken him out there. And Jaron Ennis is sitting ringside. He's laughing and he's tapping his watch to say it's time. It's time for us to get in the ring. But dreadful chin demonstrated by Lubin there. It was a good right hook, but I was quite shocked he didn't take that. But you could see it was actually, no, it was a good stoppage, Schultz game. I actually do think that was a good stoppage. I think he was out on his feet there. I really do. I'd like to see the reaction from Lubin again, but it looked like he was out, and it looked like the referee ran him and grabbed him. No, I think that was a really good stoppage from the referee. Totally different from the Howard Foster one in the Parker Wardley fight recently. I actually think that was a good stoppage. It was a clean punch that landed. That was the difference. And Lubin looks out of it still on the ropes here. He's being held. I think his punch resistance is totally gone, Erickson Lubin. It was impressive, Grandy, but it's quite shocking how poor that Lubin punch resistance was as well. But very solid shots from Vergil Ortiz Jr. It was pretty much punch perfect from Vergil Ortiz, to be honest. Just seeing the replay here. Tippy-tappy shots from Lubin on the ropes. Ortiz does a little check to the left hook to the body. And it's a looping shot over the gloves, which he was okay, but he's gloved up there, so he was obviously hurt. He's not moving. And then it's a right hook round the guard, and then a second one round the guard. A third one, and that was where he was out. His head dipped. You could see he was out there. And he doesn't resist the referee running in at all. You can see the close-up here. Yeah, they were beautiful right hooks. Really powerful. Yeah, it was the last one on the chin. He was really hurt. He was out. And Ortiz was about to really flatten him there because his head had dipped. His hands were up, but his head had dipped. He looked like he was semi-out. Yeah, that was a really, really good stoppage from the referee, I thought. Yeah, he was out. The referee was holding him up there. The ropes were what were keeping him up. Damn. Damn, that's crazy. What do you reckon, guys? Should I do a reaction video to that? What do you think? That was crazy. Do people want me to react to this fight, or you're not too bothered? Want to just see if Boots Ennis gets in the ring now to call him out. I think he will. Damn, that sucks for Erickson Lubin, though. Silverama wants the reaction. I'm just waiting to see if Boots gets in the ring before I head off and make a reaction of some description. I think I probably will. Because why the bloody hell not? Ortiz Boots is the fight to make it 54, isn't it? It's so clear. Here we go. Ghetto Genius thinks it's light work for Ennis. I don't think it's light work. I think it's a good fight, though. I need to study it. I would have to study it and think about it. Damn, those hooks were vicious, though. They were really big right hooks, and Lubin couldn't even see them because of the way he was gloved up. The first couple hit him a little hard on the head, then the last one was right on the chin. Definitely says he feels like he's in his prime Ortiz. He's called Boots over. He shook his hand in the middle of the ring. This is good. Wow, it's a really good fight. Boots versus Vergil. I wonder if Turkey's putting up the money for that one. Interesting. They're going at each other in the middle of the ring right now. It'll be competitive, that's for sure. They seem like they'd get on, to be honest. But it's a good fight, isn't it? Having a little face-off here. Be a good fight. All right. Cool. I'll go and do a quick reaction. Hopefully the highlights are put up quickly so I can use them. But guys, appreciate you being with me for this stream. It was a bit of a, wasn't the most exciting one we've done ever. Probably up there as a quieter one. But, the community always grows. And I really appreciate you all being here with me whenever we do these. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to going live for Eubank against Ben next week. And hopefully that fight gets made in January that we've just seen there. Boots versus Ortiz Jr. So yeah, I've got lots of content coming for you. I can't even tell you exactly what it's going to be yet, but there's loads coming. Loads of breakdowns, predictions for Eubank Ben. Plenty of stuff. Anyway, appreciate you being with me for the stream. Do join the Discord server, guys, if you want to. It's in the pinned comment. And I will catch you all in the reaction video to this fight. See you guys.